Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy B Bullet RC, and before we get into this video, if you missed any of the recent videos, especially yesterday's, because I worked a little hard on that one. After this video, definitely click one of the boxes on the screen. That takes you directly to the next video. YouTube's trying to be Netflix. I kind of fuck with it though. Anyways, self-plugging aside, I'm back with yet another video, and you guys can already see the background. You already can see this poster. Some of you may know what this poster is from, some of you may not, but you will know soon. But I wanted to talk about, from what we've seen so far, my top 10 2017 Jordan releases. Now these are upcoming releases, and I kind of wanted to stick to the stuff that seems that is confirmed, at least, you know what I'm saying? Not stuff that is maybe possibly super far into the future, we have no idea. I wanted to stick to some stuff that was more plausible, more stuff that I thought would actually come out. So there's not any real particular order to this one, it's just what I like. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, maybe give you a little story time on why I want that shoe, and then move on to the next one. So let's just start off with number 10. So number 10, I'm gonna start off with the KAWS and Air Jordan collab. Now this one got leaked, then KAWS basically confirmed it himself to come out in spring of 2017. Now the reason this is so high at number 10 is because we don't really know what the shoe looks like. Apparently it has the clear sole, it has the glowing sole, and then it has your two X's, your two crossed out joints for KAWS. Now, from what people are saying, they seem like they're gonna look similar to the Royalty 4s, but to me, I don't think that would really make sense. Why would they make almost a copy of the Royalty 4 just with a glowing sole? I'm hoping that it's not that. It could turn out to be that, but I'm really hoping it's not. So I'm just interested to see what they do with a KAWS collab. Hopefully it's not the Royalty 4 with a little bit of X's on the bottom, a little KAWS sprinkled in there, a little salt seasoned on there. Hopefully it's not that. So next up at number 9, we got the Pinnacle or Take Flight Air Jordan 5. Now I like this shoe and I want to see them in person, because a lot of the Pinnacle Air Jordan releases, the more expensive joints like the Obsidian or that navy blue 4, the Ginger 4s, and a few others, in hand they look way better than in pictures. So with the 5s, as I'm seeing them now, they look okay, they look pretty good, but I want to see them in hand, in person, to get a better look at them, because those 4s with all that weird embroidery, weird stitching on them look horrible in pictures, but in real life, the blue with this almost goldy rose gold feel on the wings on them, like the plastic tips, they look dope, they look clean. So I just want to see these in person. They're taking the 5, ditching the mesh, just adding perforated leather. Just seemed like a really almost one piece, one color upper, even though it's not, and just sticking with those olive green and tan tones, leather on the inside, just going for that real leathery, spruced up Pinnacle feel. So this one I'm about to talk about, I didn't even know that this one was rumored at all. When I was doing my Black Cat 13 video, I kind of like talked about it, said it would be dope for them to bring this one back. I feel like people will want this one, and that's the Flint 13s. The all white, gray, and blue Air Jordan 13s. Now, a lot of you guys are familiar with the Flints. When they came out, it wasn't like the craziest hype shoe. When they came out, people bought them up. You could resell them, you get a decent amount of money back, but it was never a crazy hype shoe. Not crazy, but it was one of those shoes where people bought it up and the people that had them really wore them, and it kind of became hard to find in like dead stock in the condition you wanted for a decent price. It seemed like for a while, basic business supply and demand, the supply got so low and the demand was never too high, but the supply got so low that I feel like the prices kind of jumped on them. So now that they're coming back, you already know the price is going to drop or dip somewhat. But these days, I wouldn't even be surprised if you go on eBay right now or went somewhere and tried to find an old pair of Flints, and you could get them for maybe even retail price of what it is today, like 200, 220, maybe something like that. So then we got another fan favorite, I feel like, 13, and that's the Cherry, which they're calling now the OG Air Jordan 13, the all white with the red suede, red nubuck, whatever you want to call it, and then the black bottom. Another crowd favorite, I feel like. Will it sell out? I don't know. These days the market is different. If this shoe released probably like 3 to 4 years ago, maybe, it would have flew off the shelves, no problem, no questions asked. I think it's just gonna be interesting going through this year and seeing what is still hitting and what isn't, because with that NMD release, you guys seen the resale prices drop dramatically. The Ultra Boost 3.0, there's so many pairs of them, and there's so many different colorways that the colorways that are dropping, I don't really think are selling for as much as they used to be. The Ultra Boost isn't getting old, but it's getting repetitive. Like we've seen it and we know what Ultra Boost is. So the collabs and the 3D printed joint, those are really gonna move that forward, but we're not talking about Adidas, man. We're talking about Jordan. This next shoe, I'm gonna say 80% sure that I'm not even gonna be able to get them on release for retail, and that is the black Air Jordan 12 OVO. Now the white pair, in the future, I'm gonna try to get a delayed W on those. The prices are still pretty strong. I don't really see people kind of like budging on the prices on those, but to me, I definitely like the white pair better than the black pair, and that's the same with the Air Jordan 10 OVO. I have the black and the white pair, but I definitely like the white pair a little bit better. I like it. It just shines a little bit better than me. Definitely gets dirty faster, but it just shines better. But y'all know the drill on an OVO kick, OVO owl on the insole, nice materials, all black, smoked out outsole, you know. So this is another one that kind of came out of nowhere, and it found me in a weird place where I was like, am I really gonna get a lot of wear out of these? Probably not, but I need these shits, dog. I need to make these happen. And that's the All-Star Air Jordan 6. Now, I haven't looked or read up too much on it. I've heard people saying that the colors scratch off or the colors change. It does have this kind of like chameleon effect to it, in my opinion. But the shoe itself looks dope. I like the look. It kind of reminds me of the Northern Lights kind of aspect. Even down to like the sole, it looks like it has like this purple and blue like plasma glitter kind of feel to it. It's hard to explain, but if you see this shoe, or once you do see this shoe, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about on the outsole. So just expect me to definitely be looking for those on All-Star Weekend, and there's other All-Star news. We'll keep that separate. I'm not gonna say nothing about that. Next release I'm going to talk about is the Take Flight 8s, the all over, which people were calling the undefeated, I guess, the undefeated 8s. These are definitely clean. Y'all already know I'm a huge 8 fan. Y'all already know the story behind the Aqua 8. You know, if you watch me, you already know about this shoe. So I'm definitely going to be looking for those Take Flight joints. And recently I noticed that a lot of stores around me, at least, are no longer doing tickets. They're doing first come, first serve. Now, it could be a good thing, or it can be a bad thing. Some people don't have the time or can't show up in the morning, so you can't really get your shoe. You can go online. But I guess that's just all with Jordan's not really selling out as fast anymore, but I'm all for it. But these have all the pieces, man. The colorway, olive, orange, the materials, kind of this suede. I don't know what that other material is, maybe a canvas or a stronger mesh material, I'm not sure. But I feel like all the pieces really came together on this one, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna be talking about this one. Next up is the Don C2. Now, there's another colorway coming out. Apparently, this one's going to be like a pastel, kind of pale pink color. If I can get them, I'll fuck with them. Hopefully, they don't package it with a hat this time and retail at $650. That's the only reason I haven't gotten the tan pair. I really do want the tan Just Dons. I even feel like I want the blue ones now. I feel like I want all of the Just Don 2s. But the prices are still slick pretty high on those. And right now, I don't feel like dropping that money on the Just Dons. They're just not enough for me to drop that kind of money yet. Maybe in the future, you know, I'll throw out a little squalor here and there for them. But right now, how I feel, I'm not stressing. I'm not sweating them. So we're gonna see what happens. Now, these last two I am going to talk about, I had an internal battle to see which one do I want to name at number one. The shoe that, so far from what we've seen, I want to make sure I get the most. So for number two, my second one, second to last, I'm gonna say the Royals. All right, so my second pick for this year is gonna be the Royals. Now, we've seen the Royals a million times, black and blue Air Jordan 1s. They just look really clean. I remember getting these years ago. I showed up to the mall 2 hours early, got in there, was the second in line at the store, and I got an 11.5, no problem. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but these do have some wear on them. It's not horrible, and the great thing about ones is the more you wear them, they still look dope, so it's not really a problem. Just like with my Cement 4s, I have two pairs of Cement 4s from this year. I have one that I wear and then one that I keep clean. So if I can get another pair from this year, even double up on another pair of Royals, so I have 3 pairs, I'm still gonna wear these, but you know what I'm saying? I want to keep one nice and clean, nice and dead stock. Just in case the ones I actually have just get beat down, then I always have that extra pair of stock. But yeah, man, Royals definitely number 2. Okay, so now I'm guessing that you guys already know what number 1 is, my number 1 shoe. I took the poster. Now this shoe, this poster, came with a pair of shoes that I got, I think it was 05 or 06, that's about 10, 11 years ago, depending on whenever they did release, over 10 years ago. And they are the Pure Money Air Jordan 4s. I remember going to, I want to say Cherry Hill Mall. That's a mall in New Jersey. Shouts out to anybody in New Jersey. I got family in Camden, so shouts out to any New Jersey fam. I remember walking into Cherry Hill Mall, walking in a Foot Locker, seeing these all white 4s, and I begged my mom. I begged her and begged her and begged her and begged her to buy me these shoes. It was one of those begs where you walk in the store, you look at the shoe, you ask whoever for it, right? I asked my mom for it. She said, I don't know. And literally that's all I'm talking about the rest of the time we're in the mall. We've walked the mall twice. She's thinking, do I really want to buy these for him? Is he gonna mess them up? And she bought them for me. So that is definitely a shoe I really want, the Pure Money 4s. And that's another one I can see myself doubling up on to keep a clean pair and have one that I can beat to the ground and not care about it. Anyways, much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Snapchat. This Snapchat is bull.cb, by the way. Here, over there, over there, over there, blase blah, and of course, Bullet RC. And I'm gonna see you guys next video. Y'all be easy, I'm out. Like I said, name your top 3 down below, and there should be 2 videos gonna pop up right here, right here. Peep those, I'm out, peace. Okay, I caught that one though.